Yeah, so I am about to get started on the actual program. When we sound like we know what we're talking about, it's because we are on with the real program. This is not Grown and Married. This is the Marriage Ain't for Suckers program.
That's it.
That's it. This is the mother program. Grown and Married is the baby.
Word up.
Yeah. So yeah, I think I'll just go ahead and switch off my fan because it's a little bit loud right now.
Word up.
And yeah. So after I click it, I'll say something to you, Quest. Hold on.
Come on.
Can I click it?
Yeah, you can click it.
Can I click it?
Yes, you can.
All right. I clicked it. All right. Quiet on the set. Hey, Quest. Hey, Quest.
Yeah.
Guess what happened?
What happened?
Instead of switching the volume down, I just stopped the audio thing. So I had to say quiet on the set again. Because I'm like, I'm sure it's supposed to be saying something right now.
Right about now.
Yeah. So
do it again.
Quiet on the set.
Hey, yo, Quest, it's time to give the people something, man. What we talking about today?
What up, y'all? It is your boy Quest, and welcome to another edition of the Marriage Ain't for Suckers podcast. I'm your host with the most, alongside my co-host, my man, my mellow, my man. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for L. David Harris. And MC.
What up, though?
Man, it's lovely. Just tell them what it is real quick.
Class is in session.
Yes, it is. Come on in and have yourself a seat. Have yourself a seat. Have yourself a seat. What happened, bro? It looked like you dropped your sponge.
When I threw the sponge, I didn't notice the little thing where I burned my incense.
Oh, so it dropped right into the powder.
Yeah, that was an unintended consequence.
And that's the wrong thing to drop into the powder, bro.
I guess I have to wash it again.
No, you know what I'm saying? Yes, indeed. Welcome, everybody, to another edition. It is a joy, honor, and privilege to have you guys here with us today, talking about this thing that we love to talk about called marriage. You feel me? You know what I'm saying, D? Yeah. Shouts out to you know what I'm saying, my wife. We had some productive conversations this week. It's always good to have productive conversations here with your spouse.
That's what you call it now? Okay.
Yeah, productive. Yes, we had some productive conversations. As it, you know, just like for real, every now and then you got to sit down and talk about life, where you are, where you want to go, what's going to happen next. And you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Praise God, we are, as usual, on, you know, always working to not only get to one accord, but to remain. It's one thing to get there, but to maintain it is something totally different.
True.
I think that's what our conversations are now. Our conversations deal with maintenance. So for some of you, you think it's just a one-hitter quitter, like you do it and then you get there one time. No, marriage is a thing of maintenance. You drive your car, you don't just change the oil one time, you change it numerous times.
Oh my.
Yeah, so that it can be efficient. So yeah, man, shouts out to Faith, the love of my life. You are. Yep, I ain't paying.
Really?
Yo, it's so funny because she's saying that now.
Oh.
When I be doing that on the live, she be like, "Yo, I'm not paying."
Yo, Simone be saying it too, man. What have I started?
It's hilarious, yo.
Yo, we should put it on a T-shirt, but then nobody will buy it because they're not paying.
Yeah, they're not paying. I'm not paying. But yeah, it's been a joy. Oh, and shouts out to my boy, you know what I'm saying, Marshall over at 120 Design. You see what he did there right there? You see that?
That looked like a big shout out to the king, man.
Oh man,
on the back of something on another brand.
I'm just telling you, like he knows that I'm a New York's fan. I told him I wanted to join in the New York's colors. Look at that right there. It's the blue and the orange. You feel me? The Knicks. He knows I'm a Knicks. Yep. And then my man went and did this, D.
The guard. What up?
You see the logo right there? He
brought it to the fore. Brought the
come
G
on.
to the fore now.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Yeah. Shouts out to 120 Design. Like for real, if you want any branding, websites, you know what I'm saying? Like for real, go check them out. 120designstudio.com. Them boys is killing the game right now. Your boy Marshall Fox, man.
Yeah, like I said, I feel like I be cheating on myself when I have to say that my man is off the chizzy because he does what I do, but just way better, man.
Yeah,
what it is.
Yeah, he's revamping for your boy right now, and I know already it's gonna be something spectacular when he's done with it. So yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, brother. What's happening out there on the Harris forefront? I already know. Let me just take this part away. Life is life. I'm just gonna take that part away real quick. Yeah.
All right, next question. All right, so since you already know that, then it's mango season. It's mango season in the yard. So we got Blackie over there. We got Atkins over there. And we got East Indian over there. And Julie in the cut right there.
Julie in the cut. I love
and that's not to mention the apple. And that's not to mention the naceberry. And that's not to mention, don't even worry about it, Quest. Don't even worry.
I'm just saying, this FedEx. Yeah, the FedEx, the two Julie.
Two.
You know what I'm saying? Two Julie.
No, listen, man. Listen, as of this month, they exporting from Jamaica finally, man.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Aren't they doing that now?
In history. First time in history.
Yeah, shouts out to J.A., man.
True enough, it's not going to be the same because it's not ripe when we had to take them off the tree. But hey, at least you get a taste. You don't have to just eat Haitian mango. Don't have to just eat the mango from, even though my homegirl love Haitian mango. But yeah, get the mango from Yard, man.
No doubt.
Mm-hmm.
But shoot, man, let's keep this thing rolling, man. You'll already know what we're going to do, man. Shouts out to none other than Breathe University. When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you will be successful. Like for real, y'all already know that Breathe University has gone to a new level in 2019 with the all new 1% Club, 1% Business, and Inner Circle programs by the one and only E.T. the Hip Hop Preacher, aka Dr. Eric Thomas. And if you're looking to take your execution, life, or business to the next level and live like the top 1%ers, we have an option to suit every person and every budget. You feel me? Yeah, because I know sometimes when you want personal development, but the pockets ain't right, you know what I'm saying? Like, who's going to take care of that? And so they've got some stuff to work for you as well. But man, like for real, there's the on-demand video courses, mastermind calls, exclusive communities, and the marriage portion, which I'm kind of biased to, which I take care of. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, the calls we hold every Sunday night, live events, countless resources, books and interviews. I'm just saying it is indeed a family. That's right. A family of learners and learning who will push you to the next level. So come on, go check it out. Choose a membership that suits you. If you need more information, please do visit www.breatheuniversity.com or stop by etinspires.com/events if you want to be at one of the events. And yeah, come chill out with us, man. We'd be glad to see you and have you.
Word.
Mhm.
All right. Well, hey, this program is brought to you by Audible. Get your free 30-day trial and free audiobook download at www.audibletrial.com/marriage.
Yep.
More than 180,000 titles from which to choose for your Android, iPhone, Kindle, or MP3 player. And we'd like for you to just pick up whichever audiobook that suits your fancy. You can even learn a language, man. I see some 13-hour audiobooks for foreign language learning, all kind of stuff besides the fun stuff. So just go ahead to audibletrial.com/marriage and pick up the audiobook that you like most and come back to the feed. Let us know what it was, and maybe somebody else can benefit too.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. So where we taking them today, D?
Yeah, man. Well, the vow in some jurisdictions say something like for better, for worse.
Yep.
Yeah, for richer, for poorer,
Yep.
in sickness and in health.
Yep. And in health.
Uh-huh. And some more stuff. But what happens when better gets worse? What happens when sickness comes instead of health?
Mhm.
What happens when poorer comes instead of in richness?
Yep.
Huh? So what do we do in those situations, bro? We give it up? What do we do? Throw in the towel, saying sign up for that?
Nope. Nope. And I think this is a dope topic because, like, for real, people out there throwing dirt on marriage. And when I say throwing dirt on marriage, getting into it with the wrong mindset. You know what I'm saying? Some people are just getting married for better or best.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? For health, or healthier. You know what I'm saying? Or healthiest. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Yeah, for real. And for richer.
Mm.
And this is a dope topic, D, because, like, for real, we don't get to pick and choose why we stay or don't stay. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think one of the first things we got to realize, D, is that when you take that vow, that's just that, a vow. Now, being the biblical scholar that you are, you know what I'm saying? What does the word say about taking a vow, D?
Don't do it if you're going to break it. It's better you don't do it.
Why
And
is it
that's
better?
real talk. It's real talk.
Yeah.
Because first of all, you can't swear by heaven because you don't own that.
Yeah.
You can't swear by God because he is all of that. You can't swear by the king if you live in one of those jurisdictions because you don't want it with the king. And you can't swear on your own life because you don't own your life either. So all you have is your word, right? Your word is supposed to be your bond. And if you're breaking your word, you're breaking your bond. And don't nobody like nobody that breaks their bond. It just really makes you unreliable. And besides that, God don't take nicely to that kind of stuff. Yeah.
And so I'm just saying, D, like, for real, I think that's where we need to start first of all. When you get into this thing called marriage, just realize that you're taking a vow.
Yeah.
And it is a contractual, it starts off as a contractual vow, but it's also a covenantal.
Yeah, man. You have to sign up a document, but it's also something that, if you want to put it where it really is, it was ratified in the blood of Christ when you consider
I'm just
that he
saying.
wants us to be faithful in our marriages in
Yeah.
all ways.
Yeah. And so here's the funny thing about the contract. What the contract says is, and I think, we need to make what the contract says is it really is, it's self-protecting. You know what I'm saying, D? Like when you go to a business and they promise you a particular thing, and you go back and let's say you tell a family member or a friend, what is one of the first things they say to you? They promised me this. Did you get that in writing?
Right.
Right. Why? Because that thing is supposed to protect you. But that's not what marriage is all about. I'm not getting into this relationship to be protected from you. I'm not trying to do something separate from you so that I need to be protected from you. I'm trying to do life with you, which the whole purpose is for us to become one. So, yeah, I know that it has to be contractual because it's saying on paper legally that you are my husband, you are my wife, I'm your husband, and we are now becoming one. But okay, let's go back to who the manufacturer of this thing is, D. Like he didn't intend for it to be contractual. He meant for it to be a covenant, meaning I don't need any what's the word that I'm looking for? I don't need an extrinsic motivator to do that which I've been called to do by taking you as my wife.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And so now with all of that said from the jump, when anything goes wrong, like I don't get to just deuces. I didn't sign up for that. You did too sign up for that.
That wasn't in the contract.
Yeah, no, it was in the contract. Yep. And it's covenant based. Yep. So in other words, when you get sick, I don't get, man, let me tell you something. Shouts out to my dude, man, my big bro E. Because like for real, I remember when Didi was diagnosed, and here it is at the top of his game. You know what I'm saying? Like getting invites to go everywhere and do everything. Like for real, like it's going down. You know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden she gets diagnosed that she has MS. You feel me? And my man was like, yo, if that means I got to bring everything to a screeching halt, then we'll do that. Bring everything to a screeching halt. It would be my honor to take care of you.
Not your inconvenience.
No, not my inconvenience. It would be my honor.
Wow.
Even if she, because you know, MS has some effects. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And if you're not careful, like for real, it could put you in a wheelchair. And if I had to roll you around in a wheelchair for the rest,
one of them, that's right.
I'm just telling you, his whole MO was, I don't have to, I get to.
This is privilege, huh?
Come on.
Yeah, man. Simone and I were talking about this on Grown and Married program yesterday because, you know, we talked about a few scenarios that were big ones in other people's lives, but we had a situation recently where Simone is putting on one of those bonnets for getting a shower, right? Cover up them locks, big old locks, right? And so she it has this big tough elastic thing that she pulled from her forehead forward with the ball on it to like lock off the elastic thing.
Yeah.
Right. So she pulling the joint straight out, Pete. She not avoiding it. Like she just pulling it straight out, man. She been doing it for months. Yeah. And something happened with that thing let go. Right in her eyeball, bro.
Wow.
And like I was saying to the people yesterday, I was like, yo, you know, it's a fight. And like, yo, if somebody's fighting in a professional situation, you know, if they get their eye socket broke, they probably not gonna stop it. If the eye is bleeding, real blood, they may not stop it. But the minute somebody pinky finger just touches somebody actual eyeball, they stopping it immediately. Eye poke. Hold on. Let's make sure everything's all right. I said they break the socket, they're bleeding profusely, they're not stopping it necessarily. But the little finger gets stuck in the eyeball, everything stops, right? And so she had this thing come at high velocity, bang into her eye, bro. That changed our life.
Yep.
Right? She's going through some things, and it's not the worst things, but it did change how we live in this house right now while she's getting it sorted out. Wow. And so I get to not complain about that stuff. I get to not say, but if the doctor told you to go back home and to lay down and to wait for me to go back out the house and go get the medication for you, but why don't you just stop on the way home and get it so I don't have to go? Yeah. Like I get to not think that way, right? I get to not think, oh, why are you always putting on sunglasses? Why are you always saying the eyes are hurting, the sun is hurting you? Yeah. Why I got to go to the gym to get by myself now because you can't handle the pressure of the gym because it's not safe for you. And that's the lightweight stuff. Yeah. That's not to mention somebody I know that just had a stroke the other day.
See what I'm saying?
And now their family is completely changed. And that's not to mention another dude that I mentioned the other day who got a stroke, but he was in a near vegetative state for years after that, bro. Yeah. He could not respond to his wife because of that and some other complications related for years. And she took care of that man until he passed away, bro, with honor.
With honor.
Real talk. And
It's
she even was diagnosed with cancer in the middle of it. Cause the stress didn't help her while she was already going through some condition.
Yeah.
And she did not complain a minute, bro.
Yeah.
Because she saw it as an honor, man.
Yeah. I'm just saying, as I hear you talking, D, I'm just asking, like, for people to just really question themselves. Is this something that you really ready for? Because there's a lot of people getting married nowadays. I'm noticing it. Like, shoot, me and Faith were just saying, is it me or is there like a whole lot of weddings going on? And we entering into wedding season right now. You know what I'm saying?
Wedding.
And I wonder how many of those, what's the percentage of those weddings that will be able to navigate through the stuff that you're talking about right now?
49. 49%. Max. And the thing about it, Quest, is not that we need to try to generate while things are going just fine, that we need to be able to generate the gusto to be able to go through the worst trial we've ever experienced, right?
Yeah.
The point is, like, if you understand a little bit about God, is that he gives us strength for the time, commensurate for the time. So a woman who accidentally reversed over her child and then the engine cut on her
Man.
doesn't naturally have the ability to curl the car up off her child. But she can two-hand squat the car off her child with the adrenaline rushing, because at the moment the Lord gave her what she needed to do it.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So we don't need to try to muster and think, oh boy, I don't know if my spouse were like in one of our homies' case, needing a wheelchair a lot of the time. I don't know if that was me, could I handle it? Well, it's not you, so you don't need to handle it. But if it is you, do you have the commitment to accept the power God will give you to get through it? And not just get through it, to run through it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So don't try to like generate it in your mind right now on some hypothetical. Just continue with the vow. And if you find that every day you're living according to the vow, then if and when the trials come, you're going to continue to live according to the vow.
But
Lord,
I think
strength for it.
I think it comes back to the whole thing too, D, like actually just being prepared for what you're about to enter. Like like, first of all, eliminating selfishness. This is one of those things where it's not about what you get out of it, it's about what you put into it.
Word. That's not even cliche. That's real.
No, that's real. And really and truly, when you're in marriage, it's everything service. It's everything what I'm going to put into this. And truth be told, in order for it to really, really work the way you want it to work, you're going to have to put in more than you take out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But the thing about it is, like somebody said, it's more blessed to give than to receive.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
It sounds cliche, and maybe it is. Maybe cliche is not all bad, though.
Nah, it's definitely
not bad. When you start to do your best to be a giver,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like when you start to say, all right, I know that when I hear the voice of my spouse asking for this or for that, right? We're not talking about spouses that are out of their mind. We're talking about the extreme, right? For this or for that. If I would naturally recoil and want to say something that's like, well, maybe you should know.
Yeah.
No. You start to rehearse and practice it being your pleasure until it becomes a habit. Then you start to get excited, honestly. And I'm one of the most mute, laid back dudes I know. I'd be asleep if I was any cooler than I am, most times.
Yeah.
But I can tell you that it's exciting when I stop holding back. When I stop biting back the blessing.
Yep.
Clenching my teeth and saying, all right, I'll do it. No. When you start to learn for it to be your pleasure, man, it just gets sweeter and sweeter, man. Straight.
Man, it's nothing like when two people touch and agree, especially when you're dealing with marriage and you click and you thinking on the same plane.
Yeah.
And for real, I think, what do you say, D? What would be one of the things that would cause you to be like, you know what, I didn't sign up for this?
Me to say that?
Yeah. No, I'm not for you, just anyone. I'm thinking of like for real, when you marry somebody and something goes wrong with them, what would be the thing that would cause you to say, you know what, I didn't sign up for this? And I'm just thinking along the lines, huh?
A woman hitting her husband,
Mm-hmm.
a man hitting his wife.
Yeah.
I ain't signed up for that.
Right. Now, when something happens to him now and you get sick, I'm wondering, like, did they pour into the marriage like they were supposed to, or is it because they didn't? You understand what I'm saying? And so now something has happened to you, and your spouse is like, you know what?
Holler.
All the hell that you gave me, and now you need me, but you only need me now because you're sick.
Man. So Simone told me a story yesterday. There's a big, what do you call it? Celebrity chef in Union Station, DC. She has a restaurant there and she paid. Well, apparently she had a stroke and it was debilitating, the effect of it. So the husband, being the nice, good husband that he is, he decides that he's not going to get rid of his wife. Like, that's his wife. And they got paper. So, if you ask me the question and then I say something slick, then it might not be appropriate to say who.
Oh, okay.
So just give me a second before you ask me and you decide if it's okay yet.
Yes.
And so this dude decides that he gonna move a next woman into the house.
Yeah.
Because he's such a nice guy. I mean, he's not gonna get rid of his wife. He's gonna make sure that she's well taken care of. And of course, she wouldn't want him to not be happy, right? So he has a woman because he has needs after all. And the woman is very good at helping his wife be comfortable, but steady bunning the other woman inside the house with the wife who is debilitated.
Okay. Is this the same situation where the daughter is there living with them as well?
Maybe. I don't know the details. Simone told me. I know who the woman is. I know the restaurant. I've been there. I don't know the story except what Simone told me. She didn't mention that part.
Okay, well, I know there's another situation, and I'm not sure if that's where one. I know she has a location in New York as well.
Probably.
And it's Alzheimer's.
Okay, yes, you're right. That's what Simone said. I got it.
All right, no, okay, good. So it's the same, and I can say it is B. Smith because it's in the news.
That's trifling. Is that in the news?
Yeah, that's trifling.
So
my man said that for better or for worse, in sickness and in health does not necessarily mean that he has to. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Doesn't mean he has to what?
That he does. It doesn't necessarily has to, be unhappy.
I don't know.
Was marriage supposed to make you happy in the first place? That's number one. Number two is marriage was supposed to make you holy, not happy. That's number two. Number three is you better hope that they don't come up with a cure for Alzheimer's, because if they do, your behind is in trouble.
Yo,
doesn't it say somewhere forsaking all others?
That's what I was saying to Simone. I was like, yo, the Catholic version of the vow didn't kind of include that. And I said, I remember the forsaking all others part.
Yeah.
She was like, because she was actually peeking over my shoulder looking at the vow while I was talking about it yesterday. And she was about to say something. I said, I know what you're about to say. But there was another version of this that said forsaking all others. Because they're like, well, he didn't leave her. She's not advocating for it, but she's saying it in a way that crazy people would say, like, well, he didn't leave her. He's still by her side. He's caring, apparently caring for her.
Okay, so then, where does this come in? For this reason, shall a man leave his mother and father and cleave to his wife, singular, and the two, husband and wife, shall become one flesh.
I don't know, man. The math, maybe he failed math.
And the wife is in there helping him take care of her, navigate through this Alzheimer's. And the daughter, which is his daughter, thinks that it's all good in the hood. And I'm like, what is the message that you're sending to your daughter? That one day, if you marry to somebody and you get Alzheimer's, that it's okay for him to take you into the house with his new chick and take care of you? Like, what happens? Like I said before, what happens if they come up with a cure for Alzheimer's and she takes it and starts, hi, honey, and starts, oh, you in trouble, bruh.
Mm-mm.
You in trouble.
Yo, I didn't realize. I didn't know nothing about this, like until Simone mentioned it. But
We
now,
actually,
I'm taking a peek at USA Today and The View. They were dragging him on The View, bro.
oh, they drugged my man.
Backlash. I'm looking at this. This really took a big. This was a big thing, man. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
No.
glad that it was a big thing and people weren't like, oh, well, it's cool. I mean, I'm sure people were, but I mean, I'm glad that there was enough conscientious thought that said this something not right about this.
Yeah. Faith and I used it for
Man.
the game called Clapback that we did when we did the conference in Jamaica.
Yeah.
This is one of the situations that we used. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like,
Sorry. Somebody said B. Smith's husband is trash, point blank. Somebody named Saucy on Twitter. So you can't bang me for defamation. I'm just citing. This was January 28, 2019. Saucy said B. Smith's husband is trash, point blank. Marriage is still married is still married.
absolutely.
I'm just reading what the thing said. I didn't expect to read that. It's right there. I don't know what to say.
Absolutely.
Dang, bro. How are you gonna do that? That is
let me tell you something. You lay down with a chick, right? And she's knocked out cold, right? And you have sex with her, whether she's awake or not awake to say yes or no, it's still rape, bruh.
Oh my goodness.
It's still rape, bruh.
Wow.
So when you married to somebody, whether they got Alzheimer's or anything else for that matter, no matter what the debilitating disease might be, you still married to him, bro.
This lady named Sarita said on Twitter, wow. So I just watched a video of B. Smith, her husband, and his girlfriend. Listen, this is foul, straight up. I'm not unsympathetic to the heaviness and loneliness of caring for a spouse with Alzheimer's and dementia, but this is a whole other level of foul. So there you go. I know we went to the extreme with this example, but listen, man, this is
it's really not the extreme, D, because though it's not hypothetical, it happened.
Yeah, it did.
And how many that's not the only situation across the board that this kind of stuff happens to. People lose limbs, go to war, come back, lose both legs, both arms. You marry, like for real, this stuff happens. You got to deal with PTSD. You got to deal with this. You got to deal with that. Okay, let's make it lighter. They come back with PTSD. They didn't even lose limbs. You still got to deal with that stuff. You don't get to pack up and just leave because your husband or your wife is dealing with PTSD.
No, man. One of my homies, you can't wake him up. Like wifey will get the beats if she tries to wake him up wrong while he's resting. And they're marriage counselors. Like because he's been in the Marine Corps. He's been a normal police officer. He's also been deep cover narcotics dude. The dude got all kind of PTSD. And like if you startle him funny in his sleep, like he flips. And she has to be concerned about that. Can you imagine?
No.
Yeah. So that's the worst, right? For better and for worse. Yeah. Man, I can't believe what I'm reading here. I'm done reading because this is amazing.
Yeah, no, you got to watch the video. Wow. Like Washington Post did a whole piece of interviewing them, interviewing the daughter and everything.
Wow. Yeah, I do really need to watch that. I'm blown. Like I'm blown. It was bad enough when Simone told me a little snippet, but now that I'm peeking into the news thing, I'm like, wow, this is wild.
Yeah. And him and his girl are actually taking care of her.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, it's the house that they lived in.
Yeah.
So he brought his girl in.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. So like, where are y'all sleeping in the house?
No, man, no, please. No.
You just defiling the marriage bed.
Oh, man. Yeah. So, Lord help us all to keep our vow. That's all I can say, man. This one blew me away, man.
I'm just saying, operate with integrity and character, B.
Wow.
If all this stuff is important to you, like for real, this is the reason for core values at the beginning of the relationship. What's your health history? What is your relationship history? What are all the things that mean something to you? That's why it pays attention to have conversations in the beginning, D, like for real, and find out the things that are important. And here's the funny thing. That's the reason why I said on that post the other day that you can't have sex before marriage, because it thwarts your decision-making process. And you're about to build a marital relationship on sex. What happens if you can't have sex no more? Something
Dead.
happens to you. Okay. Where did marriage go from there? Stupid.
Yeah, well, I think this is a good place to stop because I already offered you, Quest. I offered you the opportunity for us to go to black out on the program, but you chose the high road. But now you're gonna wait till at the very end, to start unpacking that stuff.
Because yeah, maybe this, yeah, close this joint up quick.
I think this is where it is, man. So yeah. So for those of you listening, thank you for your time, and everybody who's watching, please hold fast. Just give us a second here. And yeah, yeah, it threw me for a loop. Even though I planned for it, it still threw me for a loop. So yeah, man, y'all stay focused.
Stay focused. It's for life, man.
Not a life sentence.
Word.
There you have
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
I'm gonna close off this news article before I hit repeat.
Yo, I promise you, yo.
All right, y'all. So there you have it. Yeah, I'm not gonna rehash it. Thank you for joining us. And so we're gonna probably just pull up and catch you on the rebound. Lord sparing life, we'll catch you next Thursday.
Word up.
Yeah, in the meantime, you can hit Simone and I on the Grown and Married program on Wednesdays. And yeah.
You already know.
Yeah.
Yeah.